Hi, I'm Letty Watts, and welcome to my makeup channel. Today for my first video, I'm gonna do a get ready with me. And to start my get ready with me, I'm just gonna start how I'd normally do my makeup. So, I start out by outlining my brows. And outlining my brows, I usually use the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in neutral brown. It works best for me. I don't know, it's really cheap and it works really good, so why not use it, right? Brows are outlined. I'm going to fill them in with a pomade. You don't really have to do the whole draw them out with a pencil first, but I really like to just because I don't have a lot of eyebrow going on. The pomade that I'm going to use to fill in my brows is also e.l.f. It's the Lock On Liner and Brow Cream. And again, this is really cheap and it works really well for me. So I just find it great, but it's just what I go for. So now that my brows are filled in, which I just did that off camera because a lot of people already know how to do their brows the way they like. So I didn't think it was like super important to do it on camera. Moving on, the next step in my brows, which is the last step, is a clear gel. I use a clear gel over my eyebrows just to like set them in place and make sure that they stay all day. Some people like to do tinted, but I don't want to make my eyebrows too dark as I'm very fair skinned. But it's up to you if you want to use tinted or not. Video is just to get ready with me. It's not like I'm not a makeup artist, not telling you how to do your makeup per se. Just saying how I do mine, and if you want to do it the same, then you can use the products that I use. This is brow gel by St. Lux. But yeah, like I said, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not telling you what to do. Just showing you what I do and letting you decide if that's what you want to do too. And there we go. And today I'm going to use the Riviera Palette by Anastasia. And I think I'm going to do a blue, like a bluey kind of look, because I want it to go with my green sweater, and I thought blue would look nice. Start with this brush. And I'm just going to use this color right here. It's pretty dirty, but okay. So I'm going to start on the outer corner of my eye. And I'm just going to kind of do a V. Like back and forth motions. And I'm going to go up pretty high. Not all the way to my eyebrow, but decently high. Because I like to have pretty high up there. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now that's done, I'm just going to take a little bit and put it in my crease. Now, I'm going to take this packing brush, and I'm going to take a lighter blue, and take that blue right there. I'm going to pack this area right here. And I'm going to go up again with this color to meet the other color. Some people like to spray their brush before they do this, especially when they're using glitters, but I find with this palette I don't really need to do it, but with other palettes for sure I do. And I know I make weird faces when I do this. So as you can see, this is very dramatic, but I like to do my makeup very dramatic. So since we kind of covered up that crease color, we're just going to add a little bit more of this back in. I'm just touching up the lighter blue a little bit. Now I'm going to take this and do it on the other side. Then I'm using the Fluffy Eye Blender. Again, this is just from an Amazon brush set. I should have said that earlier. It's just a flat packing brush. And then this one is Elena Badro. I got it in a BoxyCharm, and it's just like a fluffy blending brush. I'm just going to blend that in. So there's not like a line of dark and then light. And there we go. Now I'm going to put on my primer for my face. Also, I kind of skipped eye primer today by accident, but it's too late. So we'll keep going. And I'm going to keep this out because I do like to do my under eyes with some color. That'll come a little bit later. So I'm actually going to put on some sunscreen first because, you know, SPF is important. That's on. Now I'm going to put on a primer. That was just Aveeno Protect and Hydrate Face Moisturizing Sunscreen. And now I'm going to put on some Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer Makeup Grip. It's it's like a hydrating primer, but like it's really tacky once you get it on. I really like that because my makeup adheres really nicely to it. And it's not very expensive. Even though, like, I don't know, Hard Candy isn't really talked about because it's not really, like, probably that great. But for some reason, this is a really good primer. And you do have to blend it a little bit. But once you blend it in, it gets tacky, like I said. And your makeup really clings to it. And makes it last all day. My face is primed. And now I'm going to put on my eyelashes because I like to let the primer kind of like sit in my face a little bit. I'm going to wear a pair of these lashes. They are just from Amazon. I think it's New Cali. That's a brand. I don't know, they're really cheap, but they work really well. I like them. The glue I'm going to be using is Duo. Let me see. Duo. Yeah. The brand is Duo, and it's just brush-on adhesive, the clear one. Mine's really dirty right now. That's what I'm going to be using. I'll just kind of skip over this because it's kind of boring to just watch me wait 30 seconds for this to dry and put them on. So I'll be right back with some lashes. My lashes on. I do like to put on mascara after I put on lashes, which is like not really what you're supposed to do, but I like to do it, so I'm going to do that. Honestly, I just find it blends way better. Like my real lashes blend way better with the fake lashes if I do it after. There we go. Okay, and I'll keep that out because I will be doing lower lashes. I just like to put on lashes because I have baby lashes. I don't like that. Also, I'm not wearing eyeliner today, but I do like to just kind of do like a little line from the fake lash into the inner corner and like kind of underneath as well, just to make it look more full. I don't want there to look like there's gaps. So I'm just going to do that now. There we go. Now there's for sure no gaps. No gaps. Most people would do that before, but I just kind of do it after because I don't know. That's the way I do it. Now I'm going to move on to foundation. And again, it's e.l.f. This one is the Flawless Satin Foundation in Snow because I'm super pale. Also, the eyeliner I used was LA Colors eye marker. And I know that like LA Colors is not a great brand usually, but for some reason this eye marker is so good. So I like to use that. I'll use this, and I usually use about a pump and a half, which might be a little bit too much for some people, but that's how much I use. And then I use my finger and spread it around, and then I use a sponge. But I shouldn't use my finger, but I do. I just kind of like dab it on, and then spread it around a little bit. And then I use a sponge. And I don't have any water right now, so I'm just going to spray it. That was Milani Make It Last, but a little bit left. I'm pretty much out. So I won't be using that later today. And then I just use the wet sponge and kind of like bounce it all around. And this one blends pretty nicely. I do like using this one. It's not my favorite, but I like it nonetheless. It's not as full coverage as I would like it to be. It's more of a medium coverage. It does the job. A lot of my products are e.l.f. Again, like this concealer, my e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. It's a matte finish. I like matte finish because I have pretty oily skin. It's, like I said, a lot of my products are e.l.f. because it's affordable and I don't have a ton of money to spend. I'm just going to do a dot of this here and here. And then I like to take my finger and like dot it here and here. And then I use this and dot anywhere I have any pimples. And I have a few today, so just gonna dot this where my pimples are and a dot under each eye. I also like to just kind of go like that and do a little streak up like this. It just kind of lifts your face up. And then again, I use the wet sponge and I blend it in. Also, I do it, yeah, here, 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 and here. Just to like brighten everything up. And to conceal any redness. And then I just blend that in. Also, the sponge I'm using is actually, I'm pretty sure it's from the dollar store, but it's quite squishy. I usually use an e.l.f. sponge, but it's pretty dirty right now. So next step, I'm gonna put on, I think, some liquid blush and liquid highlighter, but normally if I don't do that, I would do powder next. But since I'm gonna put on the liquid stuff, I'll do that and then the powder. So I just do one dot on each cheek because this stuff is very, very pigmented. And then I use a different sponge to blend it in. And I like to blend up and a little bit down, but a lot up because I want to like pull my cheeks up. And then the same thing on this cheek. And yeah, as you can see, it blends out really nicely. There's still a little bit of color there, but not a ton. And I will be adding some more blush over top. And that was the Rare Beauty blush Enjoy. I really like it. And this is the Rare Beauty liquid highlighter in Mesmerize. Again, this one blends out a lot, but it's still very pretty. So I just do a little swipe right on the corner here. I blend it out with my sponge. And again, it blends very easily. And it just leaves like a little bit of a sheen to the skin. I will be putting a more highlighter on as I like to glow a lot. But it leaves a little bit of a sheen, which is nice. Like I said, it leaves a little sheen, which is nice. Nothing too dramatic. If you're looking for a more natural look, it'd be really, really nice. And same with this blush. My next step would be powder, and I'm going to use Tatcha, the Silk Powder. This powder is so nice. I have the mini one. It was expensive. I can't remember how expensive, but definitely worth the money, but not something I use every single day. I have two other ones that I do often use. I'll show you as well. I use the Nude by Nature one. I just got this one. This one's really nice. The e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. That one is really nice too. More cost effective. I'm going to take a pointed powder brush. Small tapered brush, I guess, but it's pointed and I use it for powder. So I just dip a little bit into that, and then I like to go right underneath my eyes and do that area, and then a little bit on the other one. I move on to a bigger brush, this brush right here. Put some powder on there, and I like to just kind of dip in and sweep the powder around my face and a little bit on my forehead. My headband's coming off. Yeah, don't mind my cat ears headband. I know I haven't mentioned it, but it's it's just you know, it's not anything like particular. I'm not gonna wear it in every video or anything. I just wore it today because I couldn't find another headband. So yeah, cat ears, they're backwards, but whatever. Now I'm gonna do some contour. I like to use a brush like this, and I'm using the NYX Professional Makeup Highlight and Contour Pro palette, and I like to just do one there and one there, and there, one there, and my forehead as well. Can't leave out the forehead. And then I do like to do just a little bit on the nose to make my nose a little thinner. So I do it on the sides and on the tip. And then I blend it in, obviously. And I use this kind of brush. Again, it's from the Amazon set. It's just like a blending brush. And I like to blend down a little bit at the front here. Not too much, just a little. Make my face a little more angular. And then pull up. And then I do the same here. And then I'm just going to blend it in on my forehead here. Also, the nice thing about contouring is it adds a bit more color to my face, because I am very pale. Also, I know this isn't the best lighting, but I'm working with what I got at the moment. I will get better lighting soon. Contoured. We're going to move on to blush. And I'm using the NARS Orgasm little mini blush. I really, really, really like this one. It's expensive, but I got it in like a sampler set. So I'm just going to dip into that a little bit and sweep it on my cheeks, but I'm going to sweep it up like I did with the liquid, because I want to make my face look more angular and less round. So it doesn't look like much from there. I'll bring you a little closer so you can see better. Bring you a little closer, you can see. Highlighter. So I'm going to use two different highlighters today. I'm going to use a silver one for my face, and then I'm going to use a blue one that I got that I have here. This is the Amethyst Holographic Palette from Kat Von D. This is before they changed over to that other company. I don't know what it's called now. I'm going to use the blue one in here. It's called Blue Sapphire. I'm going to use it for my brow bone and my inner corner. And then I'm going to use the Glass Crystal Illuminator from Revolution Beauty London for my face. So I'm going to just dip into this one and sweep it up here. And sweep this one up here. And I like to use a lot of highlighter. You don't have to use as much highlighter as me. I just like to highlight my nose. There. And there. I just do a little bit there, but I like to put a lot of highlighter on my cheeks, or right there. As you can see, I'm going to blend that out. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to blend this a little bit so it's not quite as crazy. As you can see, I like a lot of highlighter. And we're going to move on to highlighting my brow bone and my inner corner. So I like to use this tiny little brush. Again, it's from an Amazon set. It's just like, it's rounded and it works really well. So I like to just highlight right underneath my eyebrow from like about the center out, like that, the center of the brow bone all the way out. And then I do like to just kind of use my finger and tone it down a little. And then I like to do the inner corner as well. There we go. So as you can see, I did that. Well, highlighted there and highlighted the inner corner. Now I'm going to pull out the Riviera palette again, and I'm going to go into the darker blue. And I'm going to put that on this little brush here. This again is from the BoxyCharm. It's a Elenia Badro. I'm going to use this one to do underneath my eyes. And I know everyone's going to comment on my weird faces that I make, but I just can't help it. Every time I do my makeup, I do weird faces. Like lining your waterline, but instead of your waterline, it's right underneath your lashes. That's what it's like. Alright, so that's done. Closer. I'm just going to do some mascara on my lower lashes, and then we'll do some lips. And I really like this mascara. This is the Ilia mascara. It's just like a small size of it, but it's really good. Now I'm going to line my lips with True Fiction lip liner pencil in nude. I really like this color. It's really pretty. Okay, so I've lined my lips, and then I'm going to use Dolce Caramello number 27 by Milani lipstick. I really like this one. It's kind of like a nude with like flecks of gold in it. It's really pretty. That's the color. It's really pretty. And then I'm going to put on a clear gloss. Well, it used to be clear, but I've used it a lot with other colors, so it's kind of not clear anymore, but I'm going to use this gloss. And this is Hard Candy. Hard Candy Glosstopia Ultimate Lip Shine with hyaluronic acid. It is so creamy and nice. Not sticky. It's beautiful. Last step, I'm going to use the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Stay and Slay Makeup Setting Spray. I've never actually used this one, so we're going to see how it is. I do like their makeup grip primer, as I was talking about. I use that, and I just really like that the gloss I just used. We'll see how it works. It smells good. It smells like a spa, so we'll see. Okay, so it has an aggressive sprayer. I'll say that. I guess I'll see how it works throughout the day, and I will let you all know. That's my makeup look for the day. The only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wear these necklaces today. I'm going to put on these earrings. Cameo earring. Probably this little bracelet, which is a little flower bracelet. So, and then obviously take my hair out of this. I hope you all enjoyed my video. Thanks so much for liking and subscribing, and I will have a new video up probably later this week. Bye!